Hello everyone, my name is Christine Gilfillan. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Safe Berks. Welcome to our People Chronicles video and podcast program called The Place You Start. And today I'm very pleased to be interviewing Carmen White, who is one of our newest staff members at Safe Berks. Carmen just reminded me that she's been with us since January 30th in our legal department. And I guess I think that we believe that what Carmen's doing is so interesting and compelling, and we think that you're going to believe that as well, especially after she describes it for you. So Carmen's in our legal department, and I could start off with the same question that I usually do, which is, what brought you to Safe Berks?
Well, I was working as an assistant district attorney here in Berks County, and I had connections with Safe Berks for the 3.5 years that I worked there. Mm-hmm. I knew Jennifer Sawyer very well as an advocate who I saw frequently in the courtroom. I knew Ellie and Diane, who are the traditional staff attorneys, and through them I heard about an opportunity to serve as an attorney working directly with college students here in Berks County. And at the time in the DA's office, I was the attorney responsible, along with my direct supervisor, with reviewing sexual assault complaints or sexual assault investigations in Berks County and the most serious domestic violence incidents. And one of the issues that I was seeing is that by the time rape investigations came to my desk, those that involved college students, the facts, the evidence was so muddled that I was not able to approve any rape charges for college students, with one exception. And that was very disturbing to me. Mm-hmm. We have a serious problem nationwide. Approximately 1 in 5 women is sexually assaulted in college, and the statistics are difficult to gather for males. But this is a problem that we need to address. And so when I heard about the opportunity to work directly with college students who are sexual assault and domestic violence victims, it seemed to me to be a no-brainer that with the skills that I gained in the DA's office and also as a clerk prior to joining the district attorney's office, and as a resident of Berks County, I wanted to be able to make a difference, and so I joined the team.
It's fantastic. And I have to say, I've been working at Safe Berks for many years, and we've always had contact with college campuses and some contact with college students. But we have long recognized this as an area where there needed to be a lot more focused attention. So we are so grateful to have you on board. How has it been going so far? I know that it's part of your job to connect to each of the 5 college campuses.
Yes.
How has that been going so far, and maybe what's been going really well about it and what's been challenging about it also?
I think what has been going well is on the micro level. The actual direct services that I've been able to provide has gone tremendously well. I've heard wonderful feedback from the students that I've worked with that after meeting me, they've felt less confused. They felt that they had someone who cared about them, understood what was going on, was able to guide them through what is a very frustrating and obviously traumatizing experience after their initial trauma. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, on the macro level, the greater scale, I've had some difficulties getting into the schools. We have 5 college communities here in Berks County: Albright, Alvernia, Kutztown, RAC, and Penn State. And while I've had varied responses from the college campuses, I haven't yet been able to establish a permanent space on campus where students can find me, can access me easily. So that's going to be, and that is currently one of my primary goals, is to make sure that these college campuses are inviting my services to their students. Not because I'm trying to enter their communities and be an adversary. I think when colleges hear the word attorney or see that I have Esquire behind my name, they might get intimidated. Mm-hmm. But certainly my position is just a benefit to students that I'm also an attorney, because on the actual college campuses, I'm able to serve as their advocate, which essentially could be anybody that they would choose. It just happens to be that I come with the experience as an attorney and somebody who's trained in sexual assault prevention and response. But in terms of helping them in a courtroom setting with my experience as an attorney, I can help them get protection from abuse orders and sexual violence protection orders, which is something that the colleges hopefully will understand with further education and with continuing our relationships with them.
I think that they will. I think that it's similar to other systems advocacy efforts that we've made. It takes time for new programs to get started, and it takes time for institutions to become more comfortable with having advocates on campus. But I think that what you're able to bring to with so many assets that you bring to the role, I think that they'll discover over time that this is going to be something that benefits them as well as benefits their students. So that's the goal.
Yes, and
right?
I'm hopeful.
That's the goal.
We've had good discussions, and I think one of the great benefits is that I am familiar with Berks County. I've lived here since I was 5 years old, and so I'm actually a graduate of Kutztown, a Berks County college. So it helps that I understand the connections here, and I'm hopeful that we can continue to expand our relationships with the universities and colleges that we have here in Berks County.
I think also, Carmen, from just getting to know you this short period of time that I've known you better, you're also just such a fierce advocate for these issues. So it's really been a pleasure to have Carmen as an addition to our staff, just seeing the bigger picture and being a fierce advocate for survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence. My impression is that as much as sexual assault needs to be better addressed on campus, dating violence or domestic violence is really something that needs to come along even further. So absolutely. I don't know if that's what you're finding we hear a lot about sexual assault, especially lately, a lot about sexual assault on college campuses, but dating violence and domestic violence, the issues could be intertwined. Even we're not hearing so much. So is that what you're finding?
Yes. Thank you, first of all, for your compliments. It's pretty much my goal in life to be an advocate for other people. At my core, I'm actually a very shy person. I'm not a talker at all, but I find my groove in speaking out for other people who can't do it for themselves. So thank you for that. As to dating violence, yes, I would agree with you that the way that the colleges in general across this country, not just here in Berks County, are managing issues related to dating violence is not as good as it could be. And I think that's how we as Safe Berks advocates can assist, can fill in those blanks, because so many of the educational communities right here in Berks County have so many obligations that they have to keep up with. They have a lot to juggle. And if they're trying to be as informed as possible, there are obviously going to be shortcomings. And that's where we can step in as educators and also as advocates. Dating violence is a very serious issue, and that is definitely something I'm seeing more frequently among the individuals who seek our services from college communities.
Right. Well, we're really excited to have you on board. What do you think is the next... What is exciting to you to think about doing, say, in the next 3 to 6 months?
I am most looking forward to reaching out directly to the incoming classes. The freshman and sophomore years are the most crucial years when it comes to violence, sexual violence in particular. And I'm really looking forward to developing my relationships, especially with those communities right here in Berks County. I have actually spent a lot of time already talking to other advocates and college advocates in particular across the country. Those in Kansas, in Maine, in California, every single day learning about the way that they do things elsewhere so that we can make our processes better here in Berks County. And I'm hoping to start in the fall semesters as our incoming students come in and as they're really sort of developing themselves, not only as students, but as young adults.
Right, that's fantastic. So I think we can all agree that this effort that we're making on college campuses is going to benefit a lot of students. It's going to benefit the colleges as well. And in general, I think they've been receptive. It's just baby steps in terms of getting there and seeing what's a comfortable fit for each campus. Some of the campuses are private, some are part of the state system. So I applaud you for how you've been able to begin to navigate that and really start to get the program going. It's very, very exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the program. I think we'll be hearing more about this program as we move forward as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. This is The Place You Start. Visit us at safeberks.org or by calling 610-373-1206.